Today we're diving into something that drives both dogs and their owners absolutely crazy. Itching. Not the occasional scratch behind the ear. I'm talking about the relentless, obsessive kind that makes you wonder what on earth is going on with your pup. Here's what most people don't realize. Not all dog itching is the same, and the cause behind it matters a whole lot. So let's get into every type and what it could mean for your furry best friend. Flea Allergy Dermatitis. Let's start with the most common one. Well, actually, hold on. Wait. I was about to say one of the more common ones, but honestly, flea allergy dermatitis is the #1 cause of itching in dogs across the United States. It's not even close. If your dog is scratching like crazy around the base of their tail, their belly, and inner thighs, fleas are suspect #1. Here's the wild part though. Your dog doesn't even need a full infestation to be miserable. A single flea bite can trigger a massive allergic reaction in sensitive dogs because their immune system goes into overdrive, responding to proteins in flea saliva. You know, this is super serious, and it's gotta be really upsetting for our pets. Imagine being allergic to a mosquito bite, but getting bitten every single day and not being able to tell anyone. That's essentially what these dogs are experiencing. Your move right now: get your dog on a year-round flea preventative. Brands like NexGard, Simparica, or Frontline are widely available through your vet or at PetSmart and make an enormous difference. Environmental allergies, atopic dermatitis. Next up is environmental allergies, which vets call atopic dermatitis. This one sneaks up on owners because it looks like other things. Dogs with Atopy react to pollen, mold spores, dust mites, and grasses that are super common across the South and Midwest during spring and fall. Unlike humans who get sneezy, dogs express these allergies through their skin. They'll chew their paws raw, rub their face on the carpet, and scratch at their armpits repeatedly. Watch for seasonal patterns. If your dog is only miserable in spring or fall, environmental allergies are a serious contender. Your vet can run allergy panels, and allergen immunotherapy, basically customized allergy shots, can genuinely transform your dog's quality of life. In the meantime, wiping your dog's paws and belly with a damp cloth every time they come inside cuts down on how much pollen they're tracking in. Simple but effective. Food allergies. Here's one that surprises a lot of people. Food allergies. So many owners assume the itch comes from outside when the problem is literally in the food bowl. Dogs can develop allergies to proteins they've eaten for years. Beef, chicken, dairy, eggs, and wheat are the most common culprits. And here's the kicker. There's no reliable quick blood test for food allergies in dogs. The gold standard is an elimination diet, a novel or hydrolyzed protein diet for 8 to 12 solid weeks. No treats, no table scraps, nothing else. It's a real commitment, but it's the only dependable way to know. If itching clears up and returns when you reintroduce the old food, you've found your answer. Always loop your vet in before starting because doing it wrong means the results won't mean anything. Contact dermatitis. Now let's talk about contact dermatitis. Basically a skin reaction from touching something irritating. Common culprits in American homes include laundry detergents used on dog bedding, lawn treatment chemicals, floor cleaners, and even certain plastic food bowls. Dogs with contact dermatitis usually show redness and itching specifically on areas touching the ground: belly, paws, and chin. The fix is often simple. Switch to fragrance-free detergents like 7th generation Free and Clear. Swap plastic bowls for stainless steel, and keep your dog off treated lawns for at least 48 hours. The ASPCA recommends checking the pet safety of any lawn product before use. A 2-minute search that could save your dog a lot of suffering. Yeast infections of the skin. I can't even imagine how uncomfortable this whole situation is for our pups, and this next one is no exception. Yeast infections of the skin are underestimated way too often. Dogs are susceptible to Malassezia yeast overgrowth, especially in warm, moist spots like floppy ears, skin folds, and between the toes. When yeast multiplies out of control, it causes intense itching and a distinctive musty or corn chip smell. Dogs with allergies are particularly prone because chronic skin inflammation disrupts the skin barrier and creates perfect conditions for yeast to thrive. If your dog is obsessively licking their paws and there's that funky odor, get to the vet. Antifungal treatments are very effective, but you need a proper diagnosis first. Don't guess on this one. Mange. Alright, here's one most people mix up with allergies. Mange. And actually, wait, no. There are two completely different types, and they have almost nothing to do with each other, which most people don't realize. Sarcoptic mange, caused by Sarcopt scabiei mites, is wildly contagious and causes extreme, relentless itching. It can even spread to humans temporarily. Demodectic mange, on the other hand, involves Demodex mites that actually live on all dogs naturally. It only becomes a problem when a dog's immune system is weakened, like in puppies or immunocompromised adults. Demodectic mange usually shows up as patchy hair loss, often on the face, and may or may not be itchy. Both types can look like other conditions, so please don't try to diagnose this at home. A simple in-office skin scraping from your vet tells you exactly what you're dealing with, and FDA-approved treatments like Bravecto are highly effective. Let us know in the comments. Did you guys already know there were two completely different kinds of mange? Bacterial skin infection, Pyoderma. The last cause I want to cover is bacterial skin infection, called Pyoderma. Here's the usual story. Something else starts the itch, the dog scratches and breaks the skin, and then bacteria move in and make everything 10 times worse. Staph bacteria are the most common offenders. You'll see red bumps, crusty patches, or pustules that look like pimples. Hot spots, those wet, oozing patches that seem to appear overnight, are a classic sign. Hurry up and help your dog out if you see one forming, because they can go from small and manageable to large and painful within hours. Your vet will typically prescribe antibiotics and a medicated shampoo. Keeping the area clean and dry is critical. Don't let this one linger. Seriously. Conclusion. Alright, that is a wrap on today's episode of Dr. Buddy Explains. We covered flea allergies, atopic dermatitis, food sensitivities, contact reactions, yeast overgrowth, both types of mange, and bacterial infections. The bottom line is that itching is never something to just wait out. The longer it goes untreated, the more your dog suffers, and the harder it gets to treat. You know your dog better than anyone, so trust your gut and advocate for them. If this video helped you figure out what might be going on with your pup, please give it a thumbs up. It helps the channel way more than you'd think. If you haven't subscribed to Dr. Buddy Explains yet, hit that button right now so you never miss an episode. Drop your next topic suggestion in the comments below. We read every single one. Thanks so much for watching, and give your dog a big hug from us. See you next time.